Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming another swatch party video. This one's going to be focused on Colourpop because Colourpop is like the Pringles of the makeup world. Once you pop, you can't stop. So I have a few new palettes to me that I've never swatched or put on my eyes, and I thought it would be fun to bring back a series that I used to do on my channel all the time. I used to just call it swatch parties, and I am soliciting feedback. If you want to see more videos like this, highly recommend letting me know down in the comments. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so the first Colourpop palette I have that's completely unswatched is the Sonic Bloom palette that I bought. This was like a fall release that started off as an Ulta exclusive, but I think it's on the Colourpop website now. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is such a cute color story. It's kind of a neutral palette in my humble opinion, but the packaging really sold me on this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'll totally do a video. And of course, in true KARENHARRIS fashion, I never did. So let's at least swatch it so we can come up with some thoughts on what kind of color story this is and if it's worth you spending your money on, because I know it's going to be the season for sales soon. People are shopping for gifts and things, and my hand's a little stained, but hopefully you guys can see these colors. They're pretty neutral, so might be a little hard to see, but I was so curious about this one being a dupe maybe to the Good Sport palette, and there were a few shades that were kind of similar, but it's not exactly a dupe for the Good Sport palette. So if you are looking for a dupe to the Good Sport palette, I don't think Colourpop's going to give us one for that, but this is a pretty palette. I think this is like a really nice, like everyday kind of deal with some fun pops of color. And the bottom row is all mattes, and they're like deeper mattes, which I personally am a fan of, so very excited for those shades. This is definitely a very giftable palette. I would totally gift this to one of my friends. So let me tell you the names. We have Field Trip, we have Cosmos, Lunar Disco, Heyday, De Bloom, Perennial, Hello Happy, Verberna, which is like a pretty duochrome purple shade. We have Eclipse Season, Daffodil, Utopia, and Dig Deep. So those are the swatches of the Colourpop Sonic Bloom palette. Total packaging buy. Totally fell for this when it launched on the Ulta website. I had very good intentions to film with this palette, but of course I never did. So at least I got it in a swatch party video. And then the next palette, this is actually really embarrassing. I bought this when it restocked, the Hocus Pocus palette, but I've never swatched it. This is one of my friends, Heather Austin's, like one of our favorite Colourpop palettes, and we were just talking about this today. So I have to swatch it for Heather because I've had it for probably close to a year now, and I've never swatched it. It's brand new, as you can see, so it's time. It's time to swatch it. Heather, I hope I'm making you proud. This one's for you. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I need to wipe my hands better. I've got so much eyeshadow residue. That color, is that a pressed glitter? Because holy moly, that was beautiful. What the heck? I'm shook. I'm shocked by that shade in the Hocus Pocus palette. And I do have the new one from this year to swatch as well. Not that this is new anymore because Colourpop just revealed their Nightmare Before Christmas collection that I'm assuming is going to drop later this week. So Hocus Pocus will be long forgotten now, but you know what? Maybe I'm just doing this for me, just to clear my conscience of some of the palettes that I've just been holding on to, thinking, I'm going to film a video, I'm going to film a video, I'm going to be caught up, I'm going to be caught up, and it never happens. Never happens. And I can admit that, and I'm okay with that, because I love eyeshadow, I love trying new palettes, I love collecting palettes. Okay, I can see why this is like one of Heather's favorites, because the pigmentation is solid 10 out of 10 for me. So pretty. This is gonna be fun, I think, for you guys to reference if you are shopping like a Colourpop sale, because I'm sure they'll have a really good one for like Black Friday and stuff, and you're like, oh my gosh, which palette should I get? Because not all Colourpop palettes are created equally. Like, some of them aren't that great, but I feel like this one, the Hocus Pocus one, if it's on sale, I would recommend grabbing it because the pigmentation feels really nice. This one was nice too, but if you're tan, I think this Color Story would do better on your skin tone. So let me give you the shade names. We have Full Moon, which is like a, you know, regular brow bone shade. Then we have Hello Salem. Brew Potion, I think is a pressed glitter, but it's swatched so nicely. On Toast, Coven is the next shade. Those three, that row is just like, okay, it's all neutrals. But the next two rows, those are the ones that I really like. So we have Come Little Children, Tis Firm, Thackeray Binks. We have Yabos, I Call It a Bus, Wench, Night of Frolic, Dead Man's Toe, Bewitched, and Goodbye Cruel World are the names of the shadows. So those are all the names of the shadows. I really like this palette. I'm very excited to play with it. So that's a palette 2 on the Swatch Party playlist. Okay, so the next Colourpop palette that we're gonna swatch is the new Hocus Pocus palette, which I wasn't even gonna buy, but I actually saw this in store and I thought it was really cute. And then Ulta sent out a coupon and I didn't really have anything I was like dying to get my hands on. So I did decide to go get this because it had a really beautiful green shade in it. And I figured, why not? Because I'm a slut for collecting Colourpop eyeshadow palettes. So I did grab this. And I'm excited to swatch it. I will say, just looking at this one now after swatching the first one, it's not quite as grungy, but it's still pretty. I think this will be really cute. So let's go ahead and swatch. I'm getting hungry for spaghetti. I need to go eat after I'm done with this video. Okay. That one shade you can't even hardly see on my skin. Okay, these two, so Halloween-y. I love me a good purple shade and a pretty green. Oh, that teal is so pretty. I love it. Okay, last row is all mattes and they kind of correspond with the shimmers above it. Love, love, love. Okay, so let me give you the shade names. The first row is pretty bland. So we have 300 Years, All Hallows Eve. Moon is Round, Summon Us, Under the Ground, Bubble Bubble, Twist the Bones, Circle of Salt, Green Newt, Life Potion, Hello Billy, and Fur Black as Black. So very, very pretty color story, very simple. Compared to the last one, I think the last one's a little bit more sophisticated, but I really like the last two rows. I love those color combinations, especially like that green purple shimmer and matte option. So very, very cute. In case you guys were thinking about it, if you see a Colourpop sale, maybe that'll be a part of it and you can grab it. Okay, the next Colourpop palette that I bought, I just buy old Colourpop palettes, you guys. I can't help myself. So I was definitely planning on passing on this, and then it was on sale. This one ended up getting me because I found out my husband is a Powerpuff Girls fan. Not a fan, but he said he watched it as a kid. So then I was like, oh, let me just get that. So cute. Rhea likes Powerpuff Girls because I didn't grow up watching the show. So I wasn't really a fan like that, but I was like, well, let me just get it. So, ooh, that's pretty. That's a pressed glitter, I think, but it's swatched really nice. That one's cute too. I think what happens is that Angelica ends up getting Colourpop in PR, and then she talks about the palettes with me, and then I'm like, oh, I want that too. So then I buy them like on sale a half a year later when nobody cares about them. Oh well, oh well. My arms are getting so stained. I think this might be the last one of these I could do. Oh, funny. Ooh, that's pretty. I love bright green shades. You guys know that? And then that's a pressed glitter for sure. So pretty. So again, the first row is kind of a bland bunch of neutrals, but we have Townsville. The next shade is Professor Utonium, We've got The Mayor, Crime Fighting, Pokey Oaks, Frenemy, Chemical X, Super Friends, Girls Rock, The Fashion Star, Silico, and then we have Rowdy Rough Boys, which that row of mattes is probably my favorite. It's so cute and bright, so I think that's so fun. It's like a half colorful, half neutral palette. So yeah, it's super cute. I really like this last set of shades back here. And I did get the blushes from this collection too because they were like $4 when I grabbed them on sale. So that is the Powerpuff Girls palette from Colourpop as part of the swatch party video. And then we have the last palette that I have from Colourpop that I haven't showed on my channel. I did do an eye look with this off camera just to play with the palette, and it was really good quality. And I don't have a lot of their big palettes left. I actually decluttered quite a few of my Colourpop palettes, and I try to keep the collection small because I definitely had quite a variety of palettes, but I wasn't reaching for them. So I did declutter a lot of them when I moved and stuff. And now we're slowly building back up, so I need to be careful because I don't like to stockpile Colourpop. I just get so tempted because they're on sale all the time. But this It's a Mood just like spoke to me. I had to grab it because it launched on sale, so it was such a good price. It was like 20 bucks or so when it launched, and usually if I don't end up using it, I'll give it to a friend. Like I'll gift it to a friend because it's a brand new palette. Like that's what I did with the one that was like really neutral. I can't remember what that one was called, but a lot of people were saying that this palette basically duped out the new Hocus Pocus palette. But honestly, I mean, we'll have to see. I guess it could be, but I'm a clown, so I have both, okay? It is what it is. So let's go ahead and swatch It's a Mood because I just think it is a mood. It's such a fun palette, and the shimmers felt really nice when I was putting them on my eyes. So this one's gonna take me a minute because there's a lot of shades. Let's see if I can swatch them real close together so that my whole arm doesn't run out of space here. Funny. Okay, I might have created like a no swatch patch there just because of how many shades I've swatched on my arm. Let me show you. This is the first 3 rows, and now I'm gonna swatch the last 2 on the other arm. I'm so excited to post this video. Like I said, I used to do swatch parties all the time on my channel, and then I just stopped doing them, and it's so fun to just sit here and swatch eyeshadows and just talk about them with you guys. And I'm so looking forward to the comments because I just know you guys will have a lot of opinions on the color stories and like which palettes you picked up and what do you think and all of that. So I'm so looking forward to hearing from you guys. And yeah, I'm just really excited. So, okay, we're ready. We swatched the whole palette, and let's start off on this arm. So we have Love Song, which is the first shade. Then we have Bonafide, Stay Close, Night Call, You and I, Surrender, Dream On, Reunion, Crave You, Thunder, Feels Like, Ritual. And then the last row on this arm is Midnight Run, Everywhere, Full Circle, Echoes, Don't Deny, which is the pretty teal color, and then Oblivion, which is the poopy green shade. And then on this arm, which is by far my favorite 2 rows in this palette, we've got Wanna Go, which is like the prettiest grungy green shimmer, Stormy, It's a Rush, Moves, For a Night, Surface, Our Deal, Fascination, New Moon, Had to Be, Self-Control, and Mystified, which is the last shade in this palette. So those are the swatches of It's a Mood by Colourpop. If you've been eyeing this palette, I hope the swatches at least helped. And this way, at least I have documentation of the fact that I swatched this palette at least for my channel. I really like the color story of this palette, and I did wear it off camera one day. I was doing my makeup for something. I think me and Rel were going somewhere, and so I didn't get to film with it, but I thought at least if I get some swatches up, this would be maybe helpful to you guys because we did swatch 5 Colourpop palettes. So let me know which one was your favorite down in the comments. Let me know if you have any of these palettes or if you've been debating picking any of them up. You guys know I love chatting to you down there, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye guys!